So this is an easy makeup look that I can guarantee you will last all day long. It's natural, it's skin light, and no heavy products will be used to create this look. First step in getting your makeup to last on your skin all day long is starting with a moisturizer, because you want to keep your skin hydrated, especially in the high and humid weather. It's so important to moisturize your skin. So for moisturizer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Daily Moisturizer. This one is really good for all skin types. If you have dry skin, oily skin, or combination skin, because it really helps to balance the oils on your skin. It has hyaluronic acid. It helps to really hydrate your skin. So after moisturizer, you want to go in with your SPF. If you're using a liquid or moisturizing SPF, I personally use SPF in the form of setting spray, so this one is the one that I really like. So I usually apply this after my whole makeup look, but if you're using liquid, you want to make sure to go in with SPF right now before applying primer. So next for primer, I'm going to use the NYX Hydra Touch primer. So this primer, so nice. I love it during the summer. It's really hydrating, but it doesn't really feel like it's adding any oils onto my skin. So it really leaves my skin very breathable, and it allows the makeup to blend on my skin. So while I let the primer absorb onto my skin, I recently started falling in love with different fragrances for different occasions and seasons, and now I'm just like obsessed with fragrances. Before, I used to just go to the store and pick up a perfume. As long as it said for women's, I would just buy it. But Scentbird makes it actually really easy for me to select fragrances that I actually like, because they let you choose a new designer fragrance to try each month for $17. So you can discover new fragrances by taking a quiz on Scentbird, and based on your preferences, they'll help you find fragrances you love, so you don't have to purchase the whole bottle. And that fragrance will be like a 30-day supply. I've discovered some really good scents for this summer, which I'm so excited about, such as the 100% Chilled by Du Juice, which smells so good. I also really love the Malibu Night by Dime Beauty, which smells very sweet and refreshing. I'm really into really sweet smelling fragrances, and in the summer I like to pair sweet with tropical as well. For your first month, you can get up to 55% off your subscription if you use my code LJ. And a big thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. So during the summer, I really love using very lightweight foundations. I'm gonna pull out the OG, which is the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. So the shade that I'm using is the shade 21. And if you feel like the shade is not a perfect match, you can add your favorite foundation or your favorite skin tint and kind of mix it together to get that perfect shade. You don't want your skin tint to be darker, because sometimes it tends to oxidize on your skin, especially if you apply moisturizer and SPF. So skin tints are basically foundation-like products, but they're very lightweight, so they don't feel heavy on your skin, and that's why I love using them during the summertime. So with this skin tint, I like to apply it with a beauty blender. It's okay if the beauty blender is absorbing the product. You do want to make sure that you're getting rid of excess to make sure that the coverage on the skin tint is not going to be too much and too cakey on your skin. And then what I do is I like to take whatever's left on the sponge and just slightly go over my nose area. You want to avoid directly placing product on your nose area, because it's gonna start producing oils and your makeup won't last all day long. Next, I'm gonna use concealer. So for concealer, you wanna use your favorite concealer. So I'm gonna use the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Concealer. So I love this concealer because it's very natural, very lightweight, but it's such a high quality concealer because it lasts a really long time. I tend to stay away from like super thick, creamy concealers, especially during the summer, because they tend to crease under my eyes. So I like to let this concealer sit for about 2 minutes before blending it out to kind of give a little bit of that coverage. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunkissed. I like to use cream products during the summer because I feel like they stay on my skin longer. So I love this bronzer because it's very light coverage and it's very easy to blend. So it kind of gives you that natural contour without you having to kind of have too much of a sharp structure on your skin. And it's also really buildable. As you can see, it's really easy to blend and easy to apply as well. So I'm just using this Real Techniques contour brush to just press it onto my skin. Next, I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend this out. You always want to make sure that you're using a clean and damp beauty blender to blend it out to get a flawless blend out of your concealer and foundation. And this will save you a ton of time while applying your makeup. And then I'm going to place a little bit under my cheekbones for reverse contour to make sure to really structure that contour so it looks nice and sharp, and I like to use what's left. I don't like to add in concealer because I feel like it gives more of that natural look. Alright, so next I'm going to use finishing powder to just kind of like help absorb all the oils on my skin and to really just help set that concealer. So I'm going to use the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Setting Powder. So I like to use this powder especially during the summer because it's an oil controlling formula that's going to help absorb all the oils on your skin. And I feel like with this powder, once the oils are absorbed, they don't really come back like after like 8 hours. So I get like a good 8-hour wear with the setting powder. So I like to just make sure I'm pressing that right underneath my eyes to make sure to set that concealer so it doesn't move. And I like to also focus the setting powder right on my nose area because that area tends to move around a lot and gets oily, so I like to just press that right there. So next you want to set that foundation product. I like using the NYX Skin Stop Won't Stop press powder. This has been like my go-to press powder for a long time, like almost a year now. And I feel like with this press powder, it's very, very veiled. So you want to use a very light coverage pressed powder on your skin. You don't want to use a powder foundation because a powder foundation is a foundation product. So it has a lot of coverage on the skin. So in order for your makeup to last a really long time, you don't want to add too much coverage on your skin. All right, so I just went ahead and quickly did my eyebrows. So now we're gonna work on the eyes. So if you're like me and during the summer you don't like wearing like too much heavy eyeshadow, you can just kind of like give your skin a little bit of glow. I like to leave my eyes like this without having to put concealer on it because I feel like when I put concealer it starts moving around and it starts creasing without any eyeshadow. So I like to just leave it like this. So I'm gonna use this RMS Beauty Living Glow Face and Body Powder. So what I do is I take a fluffy brush like this, pick up a little bit. I usually pick up what's on the cap, and taking this, I like to focus this on the inner corner of my eye in round circular motion. Just kind of apply that right there. And then what I like to do is I like to just kind of like bring it up. This gives my eyes that natural glow. It doesn't really add any eyeshadow on there, but it gives you a really nice summer makeup look. And then next you can line your eyes if you want. I'm gonna use this Kyliner by Kylie Cosmetics. And then next is mascara. So you want to find a really, really good mascara to really get your lashes to curl up, especially if you're not wearing any falsies. But if you are, you can just use any mascara. So I'm gonna use this ILIA Beauty Volumizing Mascara. I love this because it really helps to elongate my lash hairs, so I really don't need to apply any false lashes, but sometimes I like to just apply false lashes to give my skin that full glam. If not, I always love this mascara. So next I'm going to take some of that highlighter and I'm going to place it on the highest points of my cheeks. You definitely want to build up this highlighter because it is a loose highlighter. It's important for you to just build it up and not place too much. And then next I'm going to use blush. So I'm going to use this Ace Beauté Blush in Paradise blush palette, and I'm going to place this on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm just going to blend that out so that it mends really well with the highlighter. And then lastly, I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to line my lips with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Trendsetter, and then I'm going to just put on lip gloss. So I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap, and I just love lip gloss during the summer because it lasts on my skin longer than a lipstick would. But even after all this and you still struggle with your makeup separating, creasing, and moving, then you need to watch this video right here, because in this video I go step by step on how to prevent your makeup from separating, creasing, and moving. A big thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Shout out to them. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.